Hey guys, we're here at the Urban Reptile. We got a really awesome video for you guys today. You can see we got the adult beardy breeding enclosures behind us. Those were all custom built here. I'm not going to talk about those today. What I want to talk about is our giant monitor lizard enclosures that we're building. These things are incredible. A lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but definitely well worth it. These things are coming along so well. We got 4 monster enclosures that we're building right now. So this video is going to cover the first and smallest one. Stay tuned for the biggest one. That thing's going to take a while, but we're working on it. We're kind of doing these videos as we go. So, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. And also feel free to leave us a comment. This is our first time kind of pouring concrete in rock formation, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys have any tips or tricks that you know of that might be able to help us out in the future, let us know. And, comment what you think of these cages. Do you like them? Do you like the color? Do you like the way we sculpted the rocks? And stay tuned for the monitor lizards that we're going to be putting in these things. These are incredible, some of the rarest monitors in the world. You guys are going to love them. All right, guys, so here we go. This is the first 2 cages of the 4, and these are the exact same size and dimension. Unfortunately, I got the idea to do this video after we framed these into the wall, so I'm sorry I don't have that footage, but it's just a couple of sweaty guys, some 2x4s and a bunch of screws. You weren't missing much, but what we're doing here is laying down cement board on all of the surfaces. It just makes it so much easier to apply the cement. Cement doesn't really like to stick to wood and other surfaces like that, so this was gonna save us a lot of time in the future. And yeah, you can see a couple cables hanging down there, a couple wires. Those are for the basking spots in the enclosures. We ran power into the cages, which is important. After that, we ran outside and we started the cement mix. But before that, we figured we'd take one last look at some rock formations. We wanted to keep it, kind of the same style throughout all the cages. So we kept going over and over and over, making sure that we had the right one in mind. After that, we mixed about 4 liters of water per bag, and that was easy math for me. Even I can do that. And then headed on out. This is a messy job, guys. You don't want to do this inside, and you do not want to wear your good clothes. And thankful for me, apparently I don't have any good clothes, according to my girlfriend, so it worked out well. We were using a brand called Sacrete, which was a great product. We found actually a different mix from the same company, and that cement actually cured in about an hour, opposed to the 6 that it was taking us originally. So that saved us a lot of time. And then we headed in with our mixed cement, and we started spraying down the surfaces. Now, I didn't notice a huge difference between spraying and not spraying, but it did help a little bit. So we sprayed down the surface, and then we started to lay our scratch coat. And why that's important is because it just adds another layer of stickiness, if you want to call it that, to the rock formations that we're going to pour in the future. So we laid down a really thin layer, maybe half an inch, and we scratched it all up so it was nice and texturized. And then we started forming our rock. As you can see, Craig's going to be starting that. And this was the first time he's ever made a rock out of cement, and I think he did an amazing job. We wanted to go with bigger kind of style rocks. We didn't want to have that cobblestone look. We just didn't think that would look that natural, so we went for the bigger style. And this part got real messy as well, because you can't just push it in. You got to kind of throw it on so it sticks. So I had that board up there to keep the cement from flying out of the cage. But this was our first time ever doing this, and I think Craig hit it out of the park. These rocks look amazing, and the sculpting now begins. This part takes forever. This video is highly sped up. I think like 500 times, I don't even know, but yeah, this just corner of this wall took us about 2 hours, just kind of getting the hang of how the concrete sticks and that kind of stuff. But as you can see, it looks awesome, and he did a fantastic job. So next up, we actually purchased these rock stamps off Amazon, and it saved us hours of time. These are such a great product. What it is, it's just a little rock imprint, kind of a rubber deal, and super durable. They work great, and we just kind of started printing away. You spray a little bit of water on the rock, and just press it in, not too hard, otherwise the cement will want to fall off. And that happened to us a couple times, so you got to be kind of gentle and not try and force it too hard in. But as you can see, it just looks incredible, and I don't know how long it would have taken us if we had to, you know, do that by hand, but it looked great, and we just kept plugging away. After that, Craig decided to throw some sand into the concrete, what gave it a really cool look. I love that idea, and got a little dusty, so a mask wouldn't be too bad of an idea here, but I love the way that turned out. So I started on the second cage. I wanted to get the scratch coat up because we found that if you let the scratch coat dry, the rock would stick to it a lot better. I don't know how we didn't figure that out before, but like I said, we're just learning here. So I figured I'd get, you know, the jump on Craig for doing this scratch coat, and it ended up working out great. And as you can see, I got the hang of laying it pretty quick, so that helped a lot too. Alright guys, so fast forward to day 3 and we finally have the first cage done. Well, 99% done. I think it just looks amazing. The only thing left we have to do on this is paint it. So we're going to be painting over all of the concrete. We haven't figured out which paint yet, and we're going to be doing a small rock formation on that platform there. That's where the basking spot is going to be, but it just it's so nice to have the first one done. It took us a lot longer than expected. I mean, you know, the first one's always going to be the hardest, but I love the way it turned out. I think the rocks look perfect, and it's dried. It is so hard. This thing's never coming off. I hope we don't have to sell this place anytime soon, because the next owners are getting 4 badass monitor cages. The second one is coming along really well, and yeah, that was a fun time. I'm glad the first one's done. So as you can see here, Craig is still plugging away, forming those rocks, and he's getting real good at it now. I mean, the first cage looks so good too, but he's really starting to perfect that. As you can see here, I've got a pond for the Asian water monitor enclosure. Well, Craig went and picked it up. I think he got that from Lowe's. And you can see this cage is a lot deeper, about 6 feet deeper, and the shelves are a lot bigger. which means a lot more cement, and not sure if I'm looking forward to that, but I really am looking forward to the final product. Craig's brother came out and helped us. We needed some reinforcements. We were getting pretty weathered at this point, but I started framing the pond in. We're gonna lay concrete all around the pond, and we're gonna have a filtration system in there as well. So we gotta take that into consideration, but loving the way it's going so far. So finished the framing of the little pond, and now I'm just gonna throw this sucker in. As you can see, just to the right of the pond, I have made a little platform. Craig suggested that we will make a little basking spot there, which I think is awesome. So as soon as they come out of the water, they can heat right up, and it's gonna look so cool just to have that whole feature down there. I think they're gonna love it.